Was it controversial, Rono, what you said? Or ilikasirisha tu watu wengi?
Like, I feel like marriage Ubamba Mafala. Like, no, and no, it's not like that. It's just Devo. I know.
That is what she said. Yeah, alisema tu marriage Obamba Mafala. It's her personal opinion. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, marriage Obamba Mafala. Si personal opinion yake. Ni kama mse asimame aseme, me, I'll never get married. You start bashing the guy. Yo, you know, you will die without a child. And the way Africans, we just like, oh, you will die and leave nothing behind. As if you die and leave a child with no resources, it's better than dying without a child. Bro, just if you're broke, man, fix yourself kwanza. So Rono said, marriage Obamba Mafala, like marriage is interesting too. People are foolish. And the whole internet, they ganged up. There were two teams. One team was supporting Rono, the other team bitter. They were just bitter. I don't know why. Because one thing you need to understand, the internet is not real, man. These people you are seeing on the internet, they are not real. It's just numbers. Just people who don't even exist. Look, okay, they do exist in real world, but in the internet, they are playing characters. People are just playing characters. Someone will come and say, hey, you know me, I can never cheat on my woman. Then 3 days later, they catch him. Like they catch him cheating. So don't take people's opinion from the internet. Then you just like, you start getting, angry and bitter and start abusing them. Like, watu wamemtusi, hadi kuna mtu amemtusi hadi sijui ako na tumbo bigi, sijui ati matiti zake zimelala na haja izaa. And you're like, bro, chill, man. Why are you getting offended? It's her personal opinion. And feel free to express ourselves. Like, Kenya is a country of free speech, right? But free speech also doesn't mean there are no consequences. You will pay for the consequences. Hakunaga kitu ya free. I told you guys, there's nothing for free. You talk shit, they'll come back and bite your ass. So she said, marriage Bamba Mafala, and people got angry. And I saw some of your replies. Now people have been, responding to her, telling her, oh, you are telling us about marriages, though you have never been married before, blah blah blah, which is also true. Like, look at who is saying those words. Maybe she's nursing a heartbreak. Maybe she's still in her healing process, and she's just expressing herself. You don't have to go after her and start trying to prove her wrong. Like, why do you try to prove her wrong? You let her be. Kwani nyinyi hamwezi watch two video then scroll. You can't just watch a video then scroll away. You have to respond. You always have to have a response. Me personally, what I think, anyone can say what they want. Like, what really matters is what what you believe. What do you believe? Do you believe she's right? Do you believe she's wrong? Or what do you believe? Do you believe in marriage? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in, people believe in different things. What wanna believe in 50-50? There are people who believe in 50-50. Like, that's the same way, like, there are people who believe in God, then there are people who they don't believe in God. So, like atheists, they don't believe that God exists. So, do you crucify those guys? Eh? Like, you don't. You just let them live their life. Like, you can, tell them about the message of God. You can't force people. So, these guys have been, going back and forth. Muna Bishana na Rono. You want her to believe the same thing that you believe. Like, especially the married ladies. People in marriages. Wamekuwa on her ass like shit. Like, they wanted, like, they were coming after her. And there's one chick who said, like, the reason why some of the marriages, like, worked in the past, like in the 90s, in the 70s, there was no information. Like people are not sharing information. Someone can be in a very abusive marriage, but you will never know because you know there was no flow of information. So after seeing all the response, there is just one that really got my attention, and this is the one. This one here. I think it's worth watching. This one got my attention.
Is interesting to foolish women. So Rono says marriage is interesting to foolish women. And I think she was being funny, but let's talk about it, okay? And no, I'm not married. So you cannot come with that, oh, you're married, that's why you're retiring married. No, I'm not married.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see a woman who married well or who has a good partner ever say this kind of things or have this kind of mindset. You will never see a woman who has benefited personally from marriage and, you know, being married to a good husband ever have this negative point of view towards marriage. She will always have, you know, some negative sides, but she will mostly emphasize on the positive sides. You people are taking marriage advice from women who married rubbish men.
True.
Okay? You're taking marriage advice from side chicks who tell you, oh, all married men cheat, all married men cheat, all married men cheat, all men cheat. Yes, because you're a side chick, all men cheat because she's in bed with one. Those are the women that are giving you marital advice on these internet streets. And you're
same thing that I said. Like people are just playing characters. On the internet, people are playing characters. Always remember that. On the internet, I can be a 6 feet guy with $6 million, with 6 cars and 6 parks and whatever like, I can write on my bio. But for ground, Buddha.
leaving them. You are taking advice from women who married men who believe that if you use a dishwasher or a vacuum cleaner as a woman, it makes you lazy. And do you think these women have anything good to say about marriage?
Mm-hmm.
You are taking marriage advice from women who married men who believe that as a wife, you have to go and work and give all your money to your husband for your husband to decide. And you think these
bombo clat. That's a bombo clat. Bombo clat.
women are actually enjoying their marriage? Women are married out here to men who believe if you push out a baby, then it makes you a woman. But if you do C-section, you're not woman enough.
That's new. Today is scary. That's new. That's new. That's new.
And you think these women are enjoying their marriage?
How much?
You are married to a man who has 5, 6, 7, 8 baby mamas. And in your head, you think you're different. And you think you're going to enjoy your marriage? You have been being cheated on as a girlfriend.
I think Rono was better. Huyu amekamna ya kutudunga. Huyu amekamna ya kuwadunga vibaya. Huyu anawadunga, si ndio? Na bado.
He has cheated on you as a girlfriend internationally, globally, like Davido. And you think marriage is going to be
Davido is just chilling, man.
fun
Davido is receiving
for these
bullying.
women? Marriage is fun for women who are selfish, women who prioritize themselves, women who know how to live life as a wife, live life as a mother, and live life as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But you people don't like this type of women, especially in Africa. You people, you don't like the Mrugis of this world who have a
What do you mean women who are selfish?
personality outside of being married, who can enjoy their life as women. You don't like it. You are in their comments saying, oh, as a wife, how can you say that? Did your husband let you out like that, you know, dressed like that? As a mother, how can you say that? How can you do this as a married woman? You're embarrassing your wife, your husband. You don't like this type of women. But these women are the ones who are enjoying marriage, struggle or not. You are taking advice from women who married men who have no principle, whose entire generation of men, they have never seen faithfulness. They have never seen kindness. They have never seen their fathers treat their mothers with kindness, with love, with care, with gentleness and respect. And you think these men are going to make good husbands? Let's be serious. Marriage.
Who is this? Like, she has a lot to say, man. She has a lot to say.
It's like voting for Ruto. You knew his history of wickedness, but you still voted for him because in your head you're like, oh, he changed. He told us he has changed. He told us he's doing this. He told us
Kasongo's just chilling, man. He's receiving stray bullets, man.
he do this and do this for us. Are you not crying?
Rono, you see
That's
what
exactly
you
what
have
happens
done?
to you as a woman when you marry wrong. You will cry. Marriage is the fastest way for a woman to gain financial security if you marry well. But if you don't marry well, so while people are here telling you, giving you all this negative connotation of marriage, marriage is a risk. You marry well, you enjoy life. You marry wrong, your life dwindles. You are taking advice from women who abandoned themselves since they got married, and they're like, oh, everything, my husband, my husband, my husband. They don't hang out with their single friends because to them single friends are a threat to their marriage. And these are the women that are giving you marital advice. Of course, marriage is hard for them because when you abandon yourself, marriage will be hard. Because marriage is just like a bump on the road. It's not the final destination. But most of you, when once you get married, now everything is my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. And these are the women that are giving you marital advice. Kumbavu zenu.
Umbwa nyinyi. Kumbavu zenyu. Umbwa nyinyi. Anyway, like, at this point, we all have to agree. Kila mtu aishi maisha yake. Kila mtu aishi maisha yake. Because huwezi follow advice ya mtu yoyote. Kila mtu anakuja, like, we are experiencing life in different ways. You get? My experience will not be your experience. They might be similar, but our perception will be different. You get? At this point, kila mtu aishi maisha yake. Usisikize advice ya mtu yote. Hata advice yangu usisikize. Just live your life, man. Because some of the things zenye anasema, like, oh, we listen to women whose marriages, the husband told them not to have single friends because, no. Bro, it's, again, context. What if those single friends ni machura? What if those single friends ni mapati animal and they are dangerous to the marriage because you can't go out partying and you leave your kids and your husband in the house. Then when your husband says, hey, you know what? I don't want you to be hanging around your single friend. So, kila kitu ni where context really matters. You can't follow people's advices, especially for relationships and marriages, man. Just love your partner. Do your duties. Play your role. No see overplay, no see underplay. Because if you overplay, then if she breaks up with you, go and do something stupid. Okay, underplay now, and if she breaks up with you, uta regret, like, I wish I did enough. So just play your role. And at this point, don't listen to Rono. Don't listen to this Chile. Just live your life. Enjoy your life. If you want to get married, go get married, man. Stop questioning and doubting yourself. You only live once. Plus, if you marry good for you. If you marry bad, life is very boring, man. Life will be very boring without challenges. Imagine tu leo uamke, then there are no challenges in your life. How boring will that life be, man? Lakini hizo challenges hizo zenye mnapitia, mara umekorol na huyu, sijui umefight na huyu. And this is one thing I love about Rono. Rono had a response. She had a response. So this is how she responded. This is why I like Rono. She responded because she knows how to play the internet game. She knows she has been existing in the internet for so long.
If you guys truly believe to your core that marriage is secure and worth it and stable and all these things, why are you triggered? And you know what's crazy is you've been so defensive, so offended, and I don't even matter. I'm not gonna marry you. I'm not God. I don't have any rules or says over the things that you do with your life or that what people decide to do. So why are you angry that a stranger thinks marriage is stupid?
Yeah, good question. Why are you offended, man? See, just live your life. Like, just live your life. Live your life. Live your life the way you want. You get? Don't follow people's advice. Hata advice ya wazee hata pia tuliacha kufollow because we came to realize there are foolish people. Foolish people also get old. So you can meet a very foolish old person, then he tries to advise you on some fucked up and stupid shit, and you're like, what is he saying? You get? So people should live their life. Just live your life. Don't follow anyone's advice. If you make mistakes, you learn from them. Plus, life will be very boring without those mistakes. You have to make mistakes. You have to go through challenges. You can't live in this life without making mistakes. The thing is, you guys want to live a very, like, a very life on a straight line. No challenges, no curves, no mountains, no hills, just like a straight road without bumps and rocks and glasses. You just want to, float. It can't happen like that.
That's if marriage isn't stupid. Why are you offended? In my 25 years, I've never seen a secure person
She's only 25.
stretched to defend themselves. I see secure people as grounded. In fact, okay with the opinions of others.
Shout out
Most
to
of the time,
Lucas
they don't
Wafula.
even care to explain themselves, really. Yet, due to my opinion, I've been called a mad woman, a broken clock. But even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
But if you truly see the need to be combative, then maybe marriage isn't as stable as you think it is. To you, you just are debating, but there's some truth, okay? I was listening.
Some other guy was saying, that Rono is bitter because of the breakup and stuff, and she has not healed yet. That's why ako hivyo vile ako. Then I'm like, ako hivyo vile ako because of personal reasons. Yeah, true. Yeah. Then what she said, it was a personal opinion. Like marriage Bamba Mafala, it was her personal opinion. She wasn't trying to make it a universal truth. Like going to the center of science and mathematics in Britain and trying to force it on people and become like, she is not Isaac Newton or whoever. Like she was just putting it out there, like her personal opinion. So, man, I don't know.
Listening to a divorce lawyer talk about these things. About 40 to 50% of marriages end up in divorce. This is something that's happening in the world. Now, that doesn't mean that all marriages fail and all people who get married fail. But I think, in my opinion, in my worldview, in my home, it doesn't make sense to me. Why does that upset you? Unless maybe, just maybe, you're unsure about it yourself.
Rono na dunga dunga, but it's personal. It's something personal. To her, it doesn't make sense. If to you it makes sense, go get married, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Two people coming together, making kids, having a home. It's beautiful. Everyone has that dream. Everyone has that dream. Personally, every girl that I ever dated, I used to think she was the mama. She was the mama for my kids. Then when it fails, you get hurt. And you feel like you are disappointed because you had expectations. The English is not Englishing. You had expectations. So when you get hurt, you get disappointed, then you become bitter. But for me, I learned how to go past the bitterness. I was like, why should I be bitter? I can just, start it afresh, date someone else. No, unakaa OG. Abdul. Shout out to Abdul, man. Big up.
But because it's all you've known and you've never questioned it. In fact, you don't even let a thought sit with you for a minute. I understand. You just do things because people before you did them, because the Bible told you to do them. And thank you, darling, for bringing up the Bible, because I would love to bring my receipts. The same Bible that you use to condemn me and call me sinful and all kinds of names, typical human being behavior, says this about marriage. Matthew 19, 10 to 12. After Jesus spoke about the seriousness of marriage and no easy divorce, the disciples said, if this is the matter between a husband and a wife, it is better not to marry. Even the disciples knew the weight of the responsibility. There's more! Paul spoke about this in the Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 7:28. But those who marry will face troubles in this life. I want to spare you this. So, why isn't marriage being spoken about in its complexity and entirety? But no, we want to sell the event, we want to sell the wedding, we want to send the Aurora show. But what happens when everyone goes home? Why are you not talking about it? And I noticed that
Abdul, huyu anaitwa Rono. I don't know which madam you're talking about, but the one that anaongea sahi anaitwa Rono. She's a content creator, influencer.
the men are a bit angry. I wonder why. Obviously because they're benefiting the labor. Or is it out of control?
Rono is going off the rail now. Ameanza kuongea shit. But, and always remember, like, getting married it's advised people should get married. Watu wanafaa waoe. But not getting married also is not a sin. You can stay like that if you can control yourself, because fornicating is a sin. So if you can stay without a woman, it's good. Stay like that. It's not a sin. If you can stay without a man, it's good. Stay like that. It's not a sin. So when people come and try to, really force, like when a force issue, like they really force it, we can't have, like Atuko we are not living in a hive. We don't have one mind. We are not sharing one mind from one entity, and we agree on some, like one concept, like that is universal. Only in science, ndo kuna vitu yenye ni universal, like gravity, all those things. Thanks, Abdul. Road to 200, 200 subs.
Never know. But what do I know? Remember, I'm just a broken clock. I'm just a crazy girl. Never forget. I think if you want to speak about its entirety. And don't sugarcoat it just because you want more members in your club. That's unfair for the members. You've never really sat down and questioned yourself, what do I think about this regime? And that's why when a stranger comes here and says, I think marriage is dumb, you become combative. Let us sit in it. The word is sit in it. And even after all this video, I could be wrong. Because that's what a secure person does.
Yeah.
Questions all their beliefs.
Yeah.
Have a good.
That she finished up Zuri. She's just questioning things. She's not saying that this is the fact. But statistics pia ziko. That's why most of us are scared of marriages, because most of the marriages around us are just failing. Then bulanda nyingine inakuanga, people are getting married because of kids. Like you get a chile pregnant, you marry her. Then after a few years, maybe after even 1 year, you feel like, this thing is suffocating me. Then you leave the chile, making her a baby mama. That's another fear, man. That's another fear. That's why I always tell boys, man, tuache kudinya madema, tuwezi oa. Like stop smashing people that you can't get married to. Like you can't picture yourself waking up next to them every day for the rest of your life. You get? Marry, like date people or smash people that you can have kids with. Like you are ready to marry them. You get? In fact, you should be anyway. What am I saying? Too much information out there. Now watu wanakuwa crazy. Like you are consuming too much information. If I ask you, since uamke asubuhi, sai ni 11, how many TikTok videos have you seen? How many reels, Facebook reels have you seen? How many Instagram reels have you seen? How many messages, articles, like have gone across your eyes? Like you just zinapita to use too much information. Okay? And from information is where we learn, like marriages are failing, like modern marriages are failing. Wondering why. Then Rono comes and gives her opinion, like marriage near Mafala. Then people are on her neck. They want to kill her. They want to destroy her. If your marriage works, thank God. If it doesn't work, you thank God also and you move on. So people should not be, seeing Rono as the final boss who gives the final word. She doesn't know anything about marriages. She has never been married. She's 25, very young. But she's just questioning. And she has opened up a door for a very good debate. Like, people can debate about it. People can talk about it. And once people start talking about how marriages are failing, why marriages are failing, why marriages are Mafala, then Mafala watachanuka wachukua Mafala, and Mafala wakichanuka watakuwa wanaolewa na mabwana wenye watafanya wakuwe Mafala, because at the end of the day hakuna mtu kuwa fala. You fall in love, someone proposes to you, get. You fall in love, someone proposes to you. What's wrong with my internet? Someone proposes to you, then you guys get married. So akunanga mtu fala. So argument, like you wonder, think someone is calling. Mm. Sorry, I was lost. Yes, my internet is crazy. As I was saying, Bana, she's not the final boss. She doesn't decide like sasa hivi ndo ukweli. Okay, she doesn't decide. I was lost kiasi, man. This network, man. Need to get out of this place, man. Need to make enough money and get out of this place. This place. Yo, 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 yo. So, as I was saying, she's not the final boss. She's not the one who says like what goes and what does not go. You get. So you people getting, getting worked up because Rono amesema hivi. Now all of you are like, what does this say? Oh my gosh, oh my god. No, stop it. Anyway, let's move to the last bit of our nini. The last bit of this video, eh? The last bit is about the nini.